Hey everyone, welcome to a special edition of Marc D with a C. We got an unboxing here, and hopefully you guys can hear me. So let me check up on my laptop, of course, and down the basement in the dungeons. So let me take this overlay off. And of course, StreamYard moved everything around now. So let's see where that overlay is. Okay. So now I guess you can hear me. Looks like my icon is flashing, so I guess you can hear me talking, which is a good, which hopefully is a good thing. So let me get my camera set up here. So I'm going to try to do this on the cell phone camera. And hail to Tim, who's out there in the chat. Thank you for being here, Tim. And I don't know who else is going to roll along, but hopefully this should be fun and get this printer up and rolling. I've been trying to do this for the last couple of days, and just with the holidays and all kinds of housework. Yep. Yeah, I'm in the dungeon. the whips and chains. Well, this is where we used to play Dungeons and Dragons, right? In the quote unquote the basement dungeon, right? Yep. Everyone had a basement dungeon, right? Yeah. So yeah, that's where we used to hang out, lift weights, and play D&D. Yep. So I'm gonna send this link to my cell phone. So hopefully this will work. Famous last words. So let me put this link in here. So I can send that over. Yeah, so Bambu Labs, this is considered one of the best 3D printers on the market, if not the best one. And one of the main reasons for getting it, of course, I'm going to use it for work to print some prototyping and actually some products that hopefully we can sell. You can use carbon reinforced filament on this, and it's got stronger filament, and it's all enclosed. So the size is not huge on this one. I've still got my good old trusty Sidewinder X1 where I can do, I think it's 400 by 300 by 300. So if I need to do big prints or helmet, which I've never attempted, I can still use my Sidewinder. But I'm looking forward to this printer being able to, one, I've got the AMS where you can print multicolor. So you can do some really cool stuff where the filament changes are automatic, and you can do multicolor filaments, especially for simple stuff or some nice stuff you want to do. You can do, instead of, if you're not doing a detailed paint, you can do something like that where it's multicolored pretty easily. So let me get my cell phone going here. Oh, I better hook up a battery pack to this. It's probably going to go dead. Let me grab the cell phone here. Go into the camera here. And I hope everyone's having a great holiday weekend. Oh, the Stream Element Spot is here. Good. Yep. That's awesome. Yep. Glad to see that the Street Element Spot is hanging out with us. Yep. So here we go. Let's see here. Let's go into this email. Log in here. Hey, We Be Printing. How's it going? Yeah, looking forward to setting this up. I've been 3D printing for quite a while. My first printer was a monoprice, very small 3D printer, but I learned a lot from printing with that. And it's always a learning experience. The monoprice taught me a lot. I'm in no way, shape, or form an expert or claiming to be an expert, but that was my first printer, and printed a lot of great stuff on that monoprice 3D printer. Modded it a little bit, and it's actually still going. So maybe I should give it away or give it to a young kid. But of course, it's so difficult to print with that compared to an old to a new printer. It might discourage someone. And We Be Printing says his was or I shouldn't assume their first printer was an Ender 3 Pro. Yeah, it's a very cool printer. So let me enter the studio with my cell phone here. Okay, so that should be in. Let me turn you always get an audio feedback on this, but let me add the camera here. So here's the printer in my let's go widescreen. Let's go like that. Yep. So there's the so basically I've taken it out of the box. So I just all right, I'm not unboxing it technically, but it's out of the box. I don't want to waste time doing that, but it was packed really well, and it's all taped up. I haven't done anything else other than grab the instruction sheet here and took the box out. So it's I would say put this box on the floor if you're unboxing it, and just, it's not that heavy of a printer. You can just lift it straight out of the box, and and put it on the desk. So it's not. This is an old drafting table I've got running here, so it should provide a pretty stable spot for your printer. You always want to have your 3D printer on something that's heavy and not going to vibrate. So I'm assuming this is got a lot of mass on it, so that should be okay. And here's a couple of my favorite prints. This is done on my Sidewinder. So here's my Doomsday Machine, 3D printed, and shameless plug, but yes, you can buy these on eBay and on Coffee. I've got some links there, but these are really fun to print. I've been printing Christmas ornament size versions, so you can get those on eBay as well. Right now, I have those on eBay, and yeah, so it's a fun print to do. And here's Judge Dredd, and that's printed with some filament that's supposed to be like marble, pseudo marble filament. So the detail on the camera, I'm not sure how well you can see that, but it's really cool up close. So it kind of looks like a statue. So those are a couple of my favorite prints I've grabbed. And yeah, so we're down in the basement dungeon here. I'll flip around just so you can. There's the thing here, and of course here's, just to show you, I'm aging myself, but yeah, here's some one of these things here, memory cards, I guess. Yeah, what's this? Norton Utilities. The Sound Blaster. Yep. So this is leftover from some of my old 3.5 computing days. Yep, Norton Commander. If anyone remembers Norton Commander, that's a great program, Norton Commander for DOS. Yep, I missed that file manager. Yep, Windows 2000, probably the best Windows there is. Yep. So this is. Yeah, so here's, for example, here's an old computer lying around. But yeah, so we'll get to the fun stuff. Yep, and we be printing. I just got a P1S combo, and now decided to make the business Etsy. That's great. Yeah, I hope to print some stuff too. With this, I've sold a few things on eBay, so I'm hoping I've subbed to a few Patreons where they have commercial licenses, and you can print. You can say feel free to print and sell them. Of course, you can't sell the file; you never do that. But you can put the actual file for sale. Just credit the designer. So I'm doing that for a couple of people, or a couple of groups, I should say, or people on what's it on Patreon? Yeah, Patreon. I'm doing 2 on Patreon. 1 on Thangiverse. Now, let me get this camera locked in here. Okay, let me adjust this. So I've got it on a tripod here. So hopefully you can see that. I'm going to go more on the side here. I'll go back a little bit. Actually, I better plug in. It's my new phone, but I better plug in a battery back to this, or power. I have a feeling it might run out. So let me grab a charger here. We should do that ahead of time. Yep. And there's Clobby. Tim says, "Yep, our buddy. We be printing. That was our buddy Clobbering Times, who passed away, unfortunately, during the summer in July, and we all kind of got started on YouTube through. A lot of us met through him, and he's a huge comic book geek and nerd, and a big fan of the Fantastic Four and the Thing there. Yep. Oh Lord, I'm old enough to remember those AOL discs. Yeah, there's got to be some AOL discs in there, I'm sure, right? So let me find an outlet in this basement here. Grab a cord and plug this in. Keep this camera charging just in case. Yeah, so there's a lot of old stuff in here. Yeah, let's see. Show something fun while plugging that in. Let's see. Yeah, I've never streamed down here before, but I'm gonna start doing it more with some of these cool 3D printers. Yeah. So anyone remember having this, right? Jazz disc. Yeah. So I haven't really done a lot of computer stuff on my channel, but I've got quite a collection of old computer hardware. So there's a classic jazz disc. Yep. And there you go, I thought that was unopened, but I think I have an unopened box somewhere 3.5s. Yep. So let's get this plugged in so we don't lose our power source, or camera, I should say. Need the power source. Oh, of course, this is USB-C. A to C cable. All right. Where's that hiding? Let me run upstairs and get a charger. Sorry about that. We brought one down. You might lose audio for a second. $20 lavalier mics from Amazon. But let's see here. Put this in. Of course, I should have done this ahead of time, but it's running late tonight, as usual. All right. Scotty says we have power. Yeah, because phone was at 50%. Are you charging phone? Yep, you're charging. Yep. Okay, so let's get to the unboxing here. Or setup, I should say, at this point. All right, so you've got your handy dandy startup guide here. So let's see what is this? A warning. When operating the AMS, we recommend using bamboo filament, which has been thoroughly tested to work with the AMS. So the AMS is the automatic material system, or the changer. Supports a spool width. We highly recommend using filament with plastic spools that fit correctly. So I guess a lot of the filament now is coming in cardboard spools for recycling, which makes sense. But yeah. So, and no TPU, no DF. All right. So this is all obviously printed very small for very small eyes, or good eyes, I guess. Too small for my eyes. Yeah, I got to take my out of my contacts. If I have my glasses off, I can actually read. So it's just showing you all the parts of the printer. There's a desiccant in the AMS system, which is nice to keep your filament dry. That's what I do with my Sidewinder. I have a filament heater that I keep my filament in, and I also have boxes that are waterproof that I keep my filament in, and use desiccant, or it's like an Amazon. I bought it on Amazon. It's a dehumidifier, but it's a desiccant, and you heat it up. You plug it in, it heats it up, and it is reusable that way. So there's not a fan going, but absorbs all the moisture, and that makes a huge difference when you're printing. Having filament doesn't have any moisture in it, and it's actually with the heater, it actually warms up the filament, and it's a huge difference in printing using that. So I don't know, this doesn't have a heater in it, but it's going to keep the filament dry. It looks like it's got a spot for desiccant that you can put in that AMS unit, which is a good idea. Okay, so head-on lock. So tools needed. Okay. Take out the accessory box. Use Allen key H2 to remove the screws as noted. So I'll just get the tape off first. This is exciting. Let's take all the tape off. It'll start there. And I've seen some other unboxing videos. So the printer is all set up for transport. It's all screwed down so it doesn't get damaged. So there we go. Let's get this tape off. Yeah, I've been looking forward to this. I got this printer on Monday. You know how it is when you get something new. Got to get this going. Got to get printing. And what else did they give you here? Okay, they gave you some really cool stickers. So you can print with some cool stickers here. I mean, put some cool stickers around. Yep. And we'd be printing. What are some things that you think you should print for your business, or you should print for your business? Well, I mean, I would look at what's popular too. Like, Deadpool and Wolverine has been super popular. So maybe people would want, Deadpool or Wolverine statues or something with that. You can also find your niche. Like if there's something you really like I love Star Trek, so I might offer up for sale some Star Trek things. You always obviously, if you don't create the design, you have to make sure that if it's something you download, you have permission to sell it on the internet, depending on the license. But look and see what's popular. But if you have something you really like, or if you're, creative and you design something, my dad was an inventor and created a bunch of hand tools. So one of the tools I'm looking forward to 3D printing instead of injection molding. It's a small quantity you would sell probably, but that one, instead of going injection molding route, I'm going to be able to sell some of his tools. And actually, there's a tool he designed as a wire stripper we never brought to market, and this is maybe 15 years ago. We're looking at buying a 3D printer, and the printer was about $20,000 at that time, and the cost was just prohibitive. We didn't do it, but I'm going to look at printing that wire stripper on this printer and selling some of them. So that's something I'm looking forward to doing. So check my website. Yeah, when I have that, that's something ready to go. We did actually print a prototype. It was two halves we did to test the tool, and it's one of those cable strippers that you ring cut around the cable. My dad had some patent on it to make it more accurate. It was just something, the cost. We weren't ready to couldn't bring it to market. You do injection molding, it's very expensive, but these days, of course, the price has come down. If you go to, print it if you do it in China. We did have a little prototyping injection molding machine, which is really cool. You had to make the mold though, for it out of aluminum, and then print your part, or inject your part, make your part. So it's slow, small runs, but you could do some pretty cool stuff with it. But yeah, I would look to see what you think is popular and what you like, and if something seems like a lot of people are interested in, might be a good item to print. But also, you don't want to get lost in the crowd either, so you got to have something that stands out. And you can also do commissions too. That's a good way to do it. If someone wants to print something, they see it. A lot of times, there's so many websites. Thingiverse, I think, was probably one of the first ones. But there's so many designers on Patreon now that you can find models, and so maybe offer up commissions. But the one thing you got to look out for is how much time it takes to print something. Time is money. That whole cliche. So, if we do some custom tooling, okay, here this top, I guess, comes off separately. So I guess that's another door, I guess. Oh, that was the cover. I thought there would be hinges on that, but let's put that on the side now. Let's see what's in here. So yeah, when they joke about the the $600 toilet, was it the toilet seat or the hammer? That if that was a custom made hammer, you had the blueprints, but you had a machinist who machined that hammer from scratch, or that toilet seat or something on the space program. I mean, yeah, it could cost $600. The machinist very skilled, and it's got to do it. It's not automated. You're doing it, by hand on a Bridgeport, a lathe, all manually. Yeah, something could be extremely expensive like that. So anything custom is a huge amount of work. So let's push this guy back. So not too heavy. So this. Yeah, I knew that would happen. Already broke it. So we've got your Bambu Labs box here. And I should point out, they gave you some filament in the box. So they gave you some PLA Basic, which is green. And I guess it looks like they're giving you, there's a reading on here, maybe 250 grams, 300 grams of material. So not a full spool, but a decent amount. I'm sure you can get some cool prints done. What's nice about this AMS is if you run out of filament, it'll switch over to the next reel that's available. Now this is support PLA, which is really great for printing. Well, when you do say you print something that's really intricate, you want to be able to take your supports out easily. The support PLA is great. Now, of course, if you had unlimited funds, I guess you could use support PLA all the time. But of course, the other thing I was watching, you have to, it does a filament change, so it's going to slow down the printing. But in certain instances, it might make sense to use that support PLA, which is great with the AMS. Probably not too practical to do without it. And then this is more PLA basic, and we've got some white. So I've read that they just give you random colors when you start printing, or maybe they always give you white. So we got some white, and we got some greens. And we can do a Christmas tree. I saw a really cool little Christmas tree print, so maybe I'll try that. And I've got my boxes of film here too. So I guess this is the bring the camera, lift the camera up here so you can see. That's just the top of the box with the cover off, and that's the AMS fitting exactly inside the printer. So you can see if you're printing something that's pretty big. So here, let's get that lined up again. So here's, let's see what's in this box. Slide this out. Yeah, so you get two rows of filament, and you get some support filament. Okay. Let's see here. So let's see what's in this box. Okay, so it looks like this is the touchscreen in here. We've got some hex wrenches that are very small, which I just dropped one, of course. All right, so obviously I'm sure it's metric, but a couple of very small hex wrenches. Of course, I have plenty of hex wrenches in the dungeon here. And I don't know what this is. This no idea what that is. Looks like a very small spring, or is this incredibly small spring in there? We've got in here Bambu Labs. Looks like a bunch of screws, lubricant grease. Oh, for the rollers and the screws. So you got that in there. This spool holder, attachment for the spool holder, it looks like. And of course, another power cable, if I didn't have enough power cables already. And this looks like, I think it was supposed to be power for the AMS, I'm guessing. And, there's the hot end here, it looks like, which is something I'm really keen on using. It's going to be amazing to be able to change your nozzle very easily. It looks very easy, on the instructions. Yep. So we got that. Okay. Be careful with the screen. So what they say to do, I guess take the AMS out. Let me put this box over on the side here. I want to keep this, put that display up out of the way. Let's see what they say. So take this box out, and then take the AMS out. So let me clear a spot on my chair here to put that AMS on there. Move that jazz drive back away. You always need a lot of room, especially setting this up. I haven't done this before, so you don't want to screw something up. You want to take your time. Make sure you do everything carefully and never force anything. So that's the trick. If you force something, usually that means you're doing it wrong. So let's see, is this piece? Some styrofoam here, I'll show you. So from previous unboxing videos, I know this comes straight up and out, but it's not moving that easily right now. So let's see. This is in there pretty solid. That's the print head. I'll move this over. Let me put this cover somewhere safe and out of the way. Don't start off by breaking anything. And they also give you Bambu Labs Get Started. So let's see. I've installed the software on my main PC. I should install it on my laptop here. Let's see, is that little? There we go. Got that little piece out. What's this? Oh, it's screwed. That's why it's not lifted out. Take out the accessory box. Use the Allen H2 to remove the screws as pictured. Yeah. Maybe I should read the instructions. So that's an H2. Duh. I'm guessing these are just for transports. You don't need to ever save these screws or use these screws. Let me grab my iFixit. I'm sure I've got an H2 hex key in there. I'm like, life easier. Yeah, can't recommend this kit enough. This is iFixit. So great little tool kit for PCs and whatnot. So it's got, if you're doing computer work, it's great, but it's got a ton of bits in here and drivers. And of course, all the pliers and plastic spudgers. Right here if you have got to get anything open. So great toolkit to have. So yeah, let's see. I'm sure I've got an H2. There better be an H2 in here. Let's see. I know there were some hex bits in here. Let's see. What size is that? Just to make it a lot easier. 2, 5, 6. Oh, H3, of course. It's H3. Do we have an H2? Oh, here we go. H2. Perfect. God, my eyes always made fun of my dad for not being able to see. He's like, just wait. There we go. So we got your H2 set up in here, so I can spin this a little bit faster. And that's pretty tight. Got a lot of weight on it, I guess, too. So. Let's see here. All right. And I don't think I'm ever going to have to reuse these, but always have plastic containers around. And I also have a magnetic mat, which is great to use, too, if you're disassembling something. And always read the instructions first. That helps. There we go. The long screws. Okay, so I think it was just take those two screws and lift away. All right, so let's see. Now it should be. Yeah, obviously not. I didn't think the thing was that heavy. All right. Okay, so this is what I really was looking forward to, was being able to switch your filament. So this is the AMS, and a lot of tubes in here, plastic tubes. And I guess that's the main filament feed out with switches, changes the filament there. So it's telling me to put this aside, but yeah, this is gonna be cool to use. All right, so let's put that on the side. Okay. Hey, Joe Dog, what's up? A6. Thank you for stopping by. Yep. And Santa says Bart looks like he's being held captive there. Yeah. I assume that was the instructions. Yeah, those are the instructions. I just tossed aside. Yep. Yep, doing good. I hope everyone having a great holiday weekend. So got a new gift from Santa, early present. This is actually for work too. That's how I justify things, but I'm gonna use it for work. But yeah, this should be able to this will let me do a lot of really cool hobby stuff too. So, but also I'll be able to use it for work, which is nice too. So, print some things for work. So that's for all the accountants out there. Yep. Okay. So, yeah, here are the instructions I tossed away. Yep. Typical man. Yep. Oh, and Claude's here. Hey, Claude, what's up? So, take the AMS out by sliding it through the top. And then, now what do I do? Remove the 4 screws as the arrows indicate. So they do a great job. And I've watched, as I said, I've watched a couple of unboxing videos, but man, they do a great job of showing you all the things you should be doing in steps. So here, let me get the camera in front here. So I don't know how well you can see those arrows there, but yeah, they're nice and red and they light up. Easy to see. So yeah, so take the 4 screws out. So yeah, even a guy can follow these instructions. It looks like, you know, it's not asking directions where you're going. So thank God for GPS, because I always hated asking for directions. So all right, so once you do that, okay, so the 4 screws on top right here. I guess this is a platen, I guess, just to ship this AMS, it looks like. So let's see. Right on the top here. That's your build plate. It's holding the build plate down. It's ain't easy to get to, I gotta say. And it's well, instructions are well done. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about this kit, so I'm hoping it delivers. Yep. It's kind of tight in here. Let me try this one I gave you. There we go. That's a little bit easier. Yeah, it's got some great reviews. Now, allegedly, there's another printer coming out this quarter, 2025. It's going to even be more super duper. But I'm assuming it's going to be a lot more money. So I could have waited, but just go for it. And they had this on sale for the holidays and Black Friday. So no time like the present. You never know when's that new printer going to ship. And wow, these are not easy to get out. Don't have one of those fast forward, you know, this is live, so you know, they always do unboxing videos and they fast forward. You gotta stick with me. All right, that's a pretty easy one here. Not bad, not bad. Not too many threads there. Yeah, so this is keeping the tray protected. Yeah, you don't. There's a lot of precision components in here, so shipping it, you know, you got to make sure everything is clamped down and locked down, otherwise you can damage everything. Okay, get the last screw back here. Buddy, do you have a 3D printer or? Just wondering if anyone else have a 3D printer, ever used a 3D printer? All right, come on, hex wrench. Sometimes it's tough getting that hex lined up so it catches. There we go. Especially when you can't see it. So yeah, so I hope to print some cool presents. I got to Wednesday, so there's a really cool spinning Christmas tree on the Bambu Labs website that I'm looking forward to trying to print. It's one of the first prints. Don't tell Tom, but he posted a picture of a really cool turtle lamp the other day, and he said, "Mark, can you print this?" So I bought the 3D print. I'm gonna try to print that for Tom, but I gotta print it for a sec and try to see how I can add the lamp. You can buy, the lamp kits with it, and trying to find a shade. I found one that's kind of close to that, Christmas Story lamp, Fragile. So hopefully that I can print that for Tom and send that to him, because he likes turtles. But I did get the model, so I did buy the 3D model, so I could print that and send that to Tom, because he's a cool dude. Okay, so this is just platen. I guess I'll throw this in the box. Oh, keep the box there. Drop one screw out. So that's to protect the print bed transport. Okay, what's next here? I better read these instructions. Yep. Take out the AMS cushioning. Remove the cardboard from the tool head. Remove the foam from the excess chute. So here, I'll show these instructions here. So there's some cardboard. Let me go a little bit up top here. So there's some cardboard, and I guess there's cardboard in the back. They call it the printer poop chute. They have, when the printer prints, it has waste when it changes filament, so it's got to purge the filament. So I guess they call it the poop, the poop chute. Filament disposal, yeah. So this is, get rid of that foam in here, I guess, yep. That popped out. I'm going to put the camera back down so I can grab that cardboard out with 2 hands. Just rip this maybe. Let's see. Does that slide on its own? Like I said, you never want to force anything. A little part of it. Did I slide that? Nope. Yep. See, I just popped the cover off. I'm sure it does that. Let's see. Slide that. I just slid that over. There we go. Fold that. Yeah, this is not a little slide on its own. So this is considered a core XY printer. So what happens here, sort of a bed slinger printer, the bed will move around, and also the head will move just up and down, but the bed will move left or right. This printer, the core XY printers, the bed just moves up and down, and this is on rails. I'll show you here. So the printer rails, they move back, and the head moves back and forth. So on all, the bed slingers, the only motion they have are up and down. The head goes up and down, and left and right, but the bed is flat. The bed doesn't move. On these, the bed will move up and down in conjunction. So what this gives you the ability to print at much higher speeds due to the system being more stable. So this is Star Trek tech in a way. Yep. Okay. Ensure that the build plate is on the heat bed matches the corresponding plate setting in Bambu Labs. Wait until the build plate fully cools to remove prints. Yeah, don't burn your hands. Yep. Wash the build plate regularly with hot water and detergent for best adhesion. And put printing PLA and TPU with an enclosed cover. Keep the front door or top cover open. I don't know why that. Would that matter if? Why would you have to keep it open? Maybe it overheat. I don't know. Let's check the manual for that one. Never heard of that one, but we shall check. Okay, and Buddy says, yeah, my dad was looking at them. This and the Creality K2. Yeah, I've heard that's a really good printer too. I went with Bambu because of the reputation of Bambu, but I'm sure the Creality is great printer too. And of course the Bambu Labs A1, it's not enclosed, but that's been killing it too in terms of how everyone loves that. And you can add the AMS system to that printer as well, a different AMS system, but that's been a very popular printer, getting great reviews. And the Mini too, people were loving the Bambu Labs Mini. It's a cheap printer to get started with. So that's, if you want to get into something, sometimes it's better to start small, see if it's something you like or want to do before you spend a lot of shekels or clams, or whatever you call it, on something fancy. But the K2 is a great printer as well. Yep. All right, so let's see what the next step in the instructions. I'm reading the instructions. You should be proud of me. Okay, it says PTFE tube. Okay, so it says bamboo bus pin. 6-pin can be plugged into the interface. So you've got to connect the tubes. It doesn't. And wait a minute. It doesn't say put the AMS on top. But all right, guys, you left out that step. It's pretty obvious, but got to put the AMS on top. So all right. So let's turn the printer around here. Hopefully not knock the doomsday machine over. That box out of the way. Yeah, so the build volume, let's see, could I print this doomsday machine in there? Well, the width, but the height, I might have to, it would be too tall, this version. But of course, I print them on my Sidewinder, but it's a little bit, guy's a little bit too tall, but I can max it out. So that's okay. Still got the Sidewinder for the big prints, but or the other thing you can do, you can print something like this. You can print diagonally if you wanted to, but then you increase the amount of supports gets crazy on something like that. So this looks like it's just a few inches too tall. If I wanted to go with that exact size again, but like I said, it's still the bamboo. The Sidewinder. All right, so let's turn this around. Okay, there we go. So take a look. It's the top. So you've got your tubing here, PTFE tubing. So let's put the AMS on top. First, let's take everything off the AMS. There's stickers and protection. Get that off. And thanks everyone for hanging out with me for this. This is kind of cool. There, I knew the doomsday machine would get knocked over. I'd be doing this alone, so it's fun to hang out with everyone and have people to talk to while I'm doing this. So I finally got all the Christmas decorations out. I worked on the house all day. We got family visiting, so gotta clean everything up. And I hope they rate our house pretty highly on the socials. We did a lot of work. I got the stove fixed today too. Our oven had broken, so I had to change the starter. It's pretty common on we have a gas oven, so if the starter doesn't stay heated up, the gas won't go off. The gas will shut off. So the igniter. So I was able to put a new igniter in. So my better half was very happy to have the oven for the holidays again. So we had to use the broiler would work because the igniter on the broiler was okay, but the oven would shut off all the time, which was very frustrating. Okay, so here's clear plastic is off. So assuming this goes right. Does the cover go? Does it go on the cover? Or does it go on? Oh, I guess you put the cover. Cover must go over the top of this. So let me get the cover out. Yeah, you can't put it like that. They left that step out. So let's get the cover out of the sleeve here. All right, this is sealed in pretty well. Rip this out. Yeah, so I guess that's one thing I did see was a unit which would raise the AMS up off the Bambu was something you could print, which is a pretty substantial print. I saw multiple versions, and people were debating about what's the best one to print. But that way, I guess you can lift the top cover up. So with the AMS on, you can't lift the top cover up, and you can't see into the top. So I'm surprised Bambu doesn't just sell that as an add-on. Yeah, so here's, or you could mount. I guess you could mount the AMS on a wall or somewhere different if you wanted. But here's the cover. So I guess you can lift. It's not really hinged, but you could lift the cover and see into the printer. Now, if we put the AMS on top, it's got to go like that. I don't know if it screws down or just looks like it just kind of sits there. So let's take this tube off here. All right. Okay, so it says take the tube, PTFE tube, and to go, let's unravel that a little bit, and it goes to the top spot here. Does it just push in? Take my glasses off so I can kind of see. I guess it just, it's a one-way. Yeah, there must be a release on that if you push in. Okay, and now we want to grab, I figured the cable connector here. The 6-pin connector. Let me show the instructions again so you can see that. There we go. Yeah, so we'll have tomorrow, Sunday Night Geekery will be on for tomorrow night. We'll be talking, big topic of discussion, I'm sure, will be the Superman movie. I did watch the movie Carry On, which was okay. It was decent. It was free to watch. Well, I guess you're paying for, was it Netflix? I guess it's now. I can't remember which service it's on. I think it was Netflix, yep. So it was okay. A little, some plot hole, silly things that happen. But yeah, it's a movie. They're billing it as kind of like another Die Hard type movie. I wouldn't so much say that, but it had some good moments, but also some silly moments too, where you're like, nah, this couldn't happen, but that's okay. Movie like that, but sometimes I wonder, I should be watching some classic movies instead of some of the new stuff that comes out. I do watch plenty of classics, but sometimes it's like go to the videos. Back in the day, when we went to the video store, you're always looking for, the newest movie, and all the new movies are out. It's like, just pick a classic and watch it. Okay, so the 6-pin bus cable goes into here on the side here. It's keyed in, so the tab is facing the machine. So that's going to be tough to take out, but I guess if you put a screwdriver in there, it maybe makes it flatter. I don't know why I saw someone else mention that they could have put the tab on the other side. So you've got to go in there with the screwdriver. Here's the release tab. Oh, I guess maybe it's a neater look. And then the other side goes to the AMS. It's key. Does it matter which one it goes? Oh, you have more than one AMS. That's right. You can have eight AMS. 8 spools, 2 AMSs, daisy chained together or in serial, parallel, however you want to say it, and that way you could print with 8 different colors, which is amazing. So I guess you could mount this if you had a shelf. Like maybe I could build a shelf and just put this, on a shelf. You could probably just get another piece of cable here if you need to extend it, or tubing. But yeah, I guess I could print a shelf and just put this right on the shelf, right above the unit if I wanted to, or you could probably put it on the side of the unit. Okay, and then the 4-pin cable. One is right angle. So I'm assuming the right angle one goes into the top here. Here's the cable. Let's see, they don't show the right angle on that. Oh no, it goes, excuse me, it goes into the 4-pin right here. It's a 4-pin here. So I'm assuming they want us to use the right angle on the machine. Yeah, so this is good. That's the only way you can do it. You go. This is up against the machine. Like that. And then this is going to go right angle facing. Let's see. The tab like that. And you want to make sure you have these cables untwisted. There we go. Plenty of room back where I'm putting this, so that's no problem. Okay, so we've got that set up. The feed tube is in, so this goes in and this goes out to the printer. Yeah, and you can, there's releases here, yeah, so I'm sure these tubes eventually wear out. You can, tubing wears out, you can change it. Okay, so AMS assembly is done. Okay, remove the screw is pictured with the Allen key H2. So let's see if I can do it right. I'm assuming assembly holes. Let's see, where's the screw? Is that screw there? Secure. Oh, secure the spool holder. Oh, spool. That's a spool holder or something. I'm not using. I guess if you don't have an AMS, then you can put a spool holder. That's this unit here. Or I guess if you wanted to print without the AMS, you can print one spool right there. Because sometimes you'd want to bypass the AMS depending on the material that you're using. So I guess let's put that on anyway, just in case I do need to print the single spool. I think certain types of filaments you can't use the AMS if you use. I believe it was some of the carbon fiber. They didn't want you using the AMS for that. So here's the spool holder. So I guess this goes spool holder assembly. Right here. Let's see. So this screw, I guess it's saying to take the, I don't know, why would you take that screw out? Oh, because it's, why the heck would you take that? Why would you take that screw out to the right there? Remove the screw as shown with an Allen key H2. That's weird. Because this lines up, if you look at the way this lines up, unless this, or maybe that goes this way. Let's see. The two holes here, like that, don't touch that screw. Oh, there's a screw in there. Okay, there's one screw in there. My eyes. Apologize, can't see. This is in there pretty good. So let's get my twister here. All right. That's what happens when you get old. There we go. That just breaks that. There we go. That's a very short screw with some blue Loctite on there to make it difficult to remove. Let's get the two screws out here. Yeah, so we're home for the holidays, which is nice. So I can keep printing the whole holidays, which will be fun. Not traveling. We are going to see a concert tomorrow, Christmas concert at a local university. And it's someone I went to high school with, and his sister, and he's a great musician. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's Rob Mathis, yeah. It's a local concept. He does a lot of jazz take, and a lot of great Christmas classics. Plus, he's written his own Christmas music, which is really great. Some Hanukkah songs that are really well done. And jazz, if you like jazz, he's got a horn section. And he plays guitar, he plays piano. Kind of like a Billy Joel. Incredibly skilled, a wonderful voice to him. Really amazing voice, yep. So there we go. So I guess, yeah, if you want to use this extra spool holder, just one spool, I guess you can put it there. Of course, I do have a separate spool heater that I use. Of course, this is easy enough to take off if I want to. But that could get bent pretty easily, it looks like. Okay, we're moving right along here. It looks like we can flip the machine back to the front. And that had some lubricant in there as well. Okay, spin this around. And I guess you don't need to use, they give you extra tubing. I guess this is just for backup or maintenance. Let's see. I assume I don't have to hook anything up. Let's see. Let's spin the Bambu around. I should put this on turntable. Set up. Okay, yeah, I guess I can see what they're saying. Yeah, you can't. So you can kind of lift the top up to look down there and see a little bit. So I don't know if I'm gonna print that lifting unit, but maybe we'll see. I guess you can lift it while it's not gonna mess up the unit that much. Okay, so now we've got that. Move the 3 screws of the Allen key H2 to unlock the hotbed. Move the protected foam after calibration. So, yeah, I did watch a YouTube video where the person, they were going crazy trying to get the foam out. But actually, what you do, you plug the unit, you plug the printer in, turn it on, the bed lifts up, if you can see in here. Then that foam that's in there is tight to the bed, but once the calibration starts, then you can lift the foam right out. So it's these, it's 3 screws, I said, right? Should be 3, yep. 3 screws with the Allen key. And I appreciate these labels on here. This makes life a lot easier knowing you're going for the right screw. I guess I don't have to worry about losing these because this is a one-time thing. Or I guess, but if you did have to maybe send your printer for service or transport it, you might want to lock it back up. But yeah, probably if you're just taking the car, just probably not that bad. Okay. One down. Yeah, of course, I was fixing the oven today. Took the first screw out of the heating element, or the heat, the starter. It falls into the stove, in a spot where I can't get it. So I had to find it. Probably could have gotten away with 1 screw, but always when you're doing something, nothing's ever easy, right? So far this has been pretty easy. Knock on wood. But let's see here. Get this last screw out. Famous last words, yeah. But you don't want to drop one of these screws and have it get stuck in the mechanism. Yeah. Let me use the right angle to start that. Don't want to strip this. These are small Allen, the small screws, so I should loosen it a little bit. Come on. That's tight one to get in. There it goes. It's stuck in between. It's in between the two panels back here, so it's not easy to get to. And it's a very thin Allen key. It's not easy for fat fingers to grab. Oh, yeah, see, of course, that screw did start to fall. Phew, got it. Okay, so I guess I'm going to hook up the front port. They call it a FPC. Why don't you call it LCD screen? Where did I put that screen? Let's see. I know I put the screen somewhere safe. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, I lost the screen. Yeah, good job. So you guys, anyone out there traveling for the holidays? You guys at home? What are you guys up to that are up there? For our Christmas, we're an Italian family, so our Christmas Eve, you guys, if you've watched my channel before, know that love cooking, right? So Christmas Eve is probably one of my most favorite meals of the year. And we do the 7 fishes, although we violate that. We maybe do more than 7. One buddy says, "Yeah, oh no, keep a magnet on the fishing line handy." Yeah, it's, I think I've got one of these screwdrivers with a magnet. Yeah, it's always a pain when you drop a screw. Yep. So I guess here's the screen here. I'm not going to peel the plastic off yet, but I guess there's a cable. Where's the cable? Okay, so the cable. Insert the PVC into the port by pressing the terminal as pictured. Insert the screen back into the slot on the printer, then lock it by pushing it to the left. Pull the flexible printed circuit out about 50 millimeters. I guess here, look. Yep, let me rotate the camera up just a smidgen. Let's see. See that? Get a little closer. Yeah, so this. Let's pull. I'm not gonna yank on this. What's 50? Give me in inches. Come on. What's 50 millimeters to inches? So there's a. I'm assuming it's a one-way connector here. And the screen. They have instructions in the back, which is nice too. So I'm assuming that's the up. So I'm going to try to make these two together. Push that in. All right, I think that's it. Yep. Oh, okay. There we go. Really push that sucker in there. These ribbon cables, you gotta be careful with. And I guess you just push this ribbon cable back in, push that and go to the right. There we go. It's keyed. That's very easy to do. Let's always remember, yeah, I pulled that off. I always find these plastic covers everywhere. The plastic cover puller offer, it drives me crazy when I see these plastic covers on everything. This stuff gets foggy. Okay, the screen is in. Okay, download the Bambu Handy app. Register and log into your Bambu account. Connect the printer to power. Follow the instructions on the screen until getting to the page shown on the right side. So let me show the instructions here. You guys can make sure I'm following along. Okay, so time to plug in the printer. All right. So we'll use just the standard computer power cable. Nothing fancy about that. I probably should get a power strip going here, or UPC. So let me. How long is this cable? Because I got. Captain, we need power. Let's see. I'll plug that into the top there. Well, let's rotate this around. Let's see if Bart. Hey Bart, is your dad? Can your dad get some of this nuclear power in Springfield? Let's see where that cord is. I have everything up in the ceiling, or knock on wood, our house is never flooded, but we're near a swamp, water here, so you never know. Put the Judge Dredd there. Let's see if it's off the back. Let's see. That's gonna be tight. I got a longer power cable somewhere around here. Let's see. Computer. I've got a box of, me with the computer junk. Oh, look, we got a gray one too. Matches the printer. Let's see which is long. Let's see which is longer. Oh yeah, a couple extra feet on this one. So I'm going to use the old gray one and reach this out a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, I should put an APC. Not a filter, just in case, but we'll risk it for now. We'll live dangerous. I wonder if the battery backup with the computer backup with the. See if I don't know if you lose power if these printers can save your spot. That was one of the features of the Sidewinder, but I never used that. But yeah, that's one of the big disasters when you're 3D printing and the power goes out. Okay, so let's turn the power on. Ready? There we go. Let me get the other side here. Reach the moment we've all been waiting for. There we go. Please work. Okay, Bambu Lab. There we go. Guess you can rotate that screen. Yep, get the glare out. Yep, so it's turning on. Okay, my French is not so good, so I'm going to stick with English. Do next. And yeah, it was one of the other reasons I went with this printer. The touchscreen on the PS1, or the PS1 or P1S is not as good. I mean, probably is fine. But, okay, we're North America. Next. Okay, Wi-Fi. All right, well, let's not show that. I'll show my Wi-Fi password. Yep, okay, that's off the screen. Yep. My Wi-Fi password is monkey123. Okay, let me show the password. I hope I typed it right. That's one thing about the Wi-Fi password. You should have a really long password, but you put it in so many times that you want to make it easy. Oh, connection failed because I probably typed it wrong. Okay. Well, because it doesn't show, you have the option sometimes to see the password. And this little touch screen. Oh, there you go. There's an option to show the password. Okay. I stand corrected. Now let's see if it works. Connected. Okay. And I just got a beep from my Eero router. A new device just connected to your network, which is called FBI Surveillance Fan. That's actually what my friend did that. He did confirm. Okay, next. Region North America. Scan the QR code to log into the printer. Okay, well, how am I going to do that with in the Bambu Handy app? Tap devices and then scan the QR code. All right, well, let me go get my iPad because I'm using and I'm not going to show the QR code. I don't know if that's cute. Just to my printer. Let me go get my iPad. Oh, justice. I'd have to scan that code, and that's computer code. is you can send your files through Wi-Fi to the printer. So I don't know if you guys heard me babbling when I was upstairs, but okay. Let's scan this on my iPad. Camera. Okay. Open in Chrome. You look at Bart. I guess don't want to show that code. Let's see if it's queued. Just the application couldn't be opened. I gotta download the app. Download the app. Get and okay. Let me put the Bambu Lab app on my downstairs computer here. I got a computer down here for photography and scanning other projects. Do I agree? Yes, I agree. I don't have a choice. Use your location. I guess it needs my location, North America. Send me notifications. I guess it tells you too if the the printer has failed or something's gone wrong. Okay, bind your print. Okay, so now devices. Okay, guys, this is big here. Yeah, so you go as it scroll down. So begin bind your printer. Start a printing adventure. So yes, you do that. Click that. Oh, I'm going to log into my account. Which I already created using my Gmail account. So let's see if this. I don't know what the password on that. I guess I should have done this before the stream, but I didn't realize. I thought I could just go on the computer. So how do I find? Oh, continue with Goggle. Okay, can continue with Goggle. Good. Continue because that's how I made my account. Okay. Enter my Goggle password. Wow, these passwords are just. Sign into Bambu Handy. Continue. Access your camera. Okay, now scan the QR code. Confirm to bind. Okay. There we go. Logging. Oh, look at that. It even has my, because I'd done the account, Marc D with the C. It's got my avatar there. So, very cool. Okay. All right. Not so easy. It's easy, but just the password sometimes are bad. Terms and conditions. Thank you for purchasing. One of my favorite TOS stories was or TOC stories where they so they put in like in the 20th page, like if you're reading this, claim $1,000 if you report this. It was a software company. It took like 2 years, I think, before anyone read the TOS and saw that to get the free, $1,000 or $2,000. Yeah. Okay. The printer needs to calibrate for the current environment. Please ensure the heat bed is unlocked before starting calibration. Okay. Yep. I did those 3 screws. Let me grab another light because this is pretty dark here. So let me grab a portable light. I got a bunch of them here. Let's see. It's kind of Klingon cruiser here. So let's swing by and show you all the starships in the basement here. Light. I've got all my playmates, starships. I'll swing by the camera in a second. Light over here. It's kind of dark in there. I want to see this printer calibrating, which would be pretty cool. Let's see. Let's plug it in. There we go. Yeah, bulb actually works. Yep. There we go. Yep. A little light there. Yeah, if you want to, there's a mess down here, don't mind me, but here it's I'll scan and pan. But you can see all the starships, action figures, more action figures, Enterprises, and there's a Borg cube up there, a bunch of there's an X1, and there's the Liberator for Blake 7. All right, quick basement tour. I'll get that light showing in there. So now, okay, next. Calibration may take several minutes. Calibrate. Okay, yeah, so now the foam, you can remove that foam, I guess. I don't know if I can grab it now. I guess it doesn't matter. But that's one of the, yeah, there we go. Just grab it like that. YouTuber was going crazy trying to peel it out. And I didn't check to see that if the drafting table here is level. I'm assuming it's pretty level, but that's another important thing when you're printing. You want to make sure everything is level, so you get a much better print results. And obviously, yeah, if you're out of level when you're printing, you know, Leaning Tower of Pisa, I mean, if you're a couple of degrees, maybe it's not that critical. But yeah, and the other thing too, you know, my obviously the monoprice and my Sidewinder X1 was all manual bed leveling, which is fine, but it's nice when you have an automatic bed leveler. Wow. So I'm looking forward to this. You know, the calibration aspect of it takes that all out of your, you don't have to do it, right? So it's really, really nice. Okay, so let's, I guess Chrome is turning off extensions on me. Browser here, being too safe. Let's turn off my password manager. Don't do that. Okay. That doesn't sound so good, but hopefully that's okay. That noise there. Well, the other thing that, yeah, what they do a vibration test that I was reading, which is amazing. So they vibrate and they calibrate with the printer vibrating, so you have really great precision on the machine. So we're 1 hour and 20 minutes into this. Of course, if I was, you know, not streaming, yeah, I probably could have done it a little bit faster. But I guess you plan for about an hour, 45 minutes to get this out of the box, which is not bad. There's really no assembly on this. Here we're 12%. Let me zoom up just a little bit, or go back a little bit here. Angle this up. So you can see the percentage there, 14%. But yeah, my Sidewinder was quite a bit of setup. Not difficult, but you know, a lot of stuff to put together. But this is out of the box. You're just basically taking off all the protections for the printer, so it can transport it safely. So let's see. What are you doing, Chrome? Why are you turning off my password? Man, why are you turning off my password manager? So, driving me crazy here. All right. Okay, yeah, turn it off. It's my favorite extensions. Yes, I'll keep it for now. All right. Okay, we'll take that. Okay. Yeah, so that's the printer, I guess. I don't know if you probably can't hear that because I'm across the room, but just yeah, maybe if I put the mic, I don't know if you can hear that. Looks like the Enterprise going to warp drive there. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go to Bambu Labs on my desktop computer that's down here. So we'll put it on the computer down here. Bambu Club came up. Nope. Bambu Lab. Yep. Okay, let's log in. Okay, so the printer, obviously there's no filament in there, but it's just moving around, calibrating, zeroing the bed level. And it's not, there's no bed leveling to do, which is nice. It's a ton of time bed leveling, which is part of 3D printing. And I guess you get to know the basics of how the printer works, but with this, it's calibrating everything, and I guess you never have to level the bed, other than making sure the printer's obviously on a flat surface and your print bed, your table you're on is stable. So I actually had an old CRT, and this used to be my test bed when I was doing a lot more of my computer consulting work, fixing computers, building computers for people. Today, people typically just purchase a machine or take it to the Apple Store to get fixed, or computers back when they were a little bit more expensive. You fix them, and I still do some of that work, but. So I still had a CRT as my test bed computer there that I could print, connect to. And I actually had a monitor an real old school monitor switcher, so I could hook up, 2 computers at a time with one monitor and test them. Of course, now a tiny little USB box USB-C box can do that. So move that out of the way, and now I've got room for the printer here. So I'll print using this, this one at home, and I've got my sign winder at my office. But I figured that way I've got more home more often than not, so I can do a lot more prints. And I still have the Sidewinder at work. So, and this doesn't take a lot of room. The other thing, 3D printing, there's heated. The bed is heated, and you're melting filament, so you always want to make sure you're printing something that's safe. Now, this printer has fail safes. Early printers occasionally had a problem where you could have a runaway thermal where there wasn't a fail safe, and God forbid, some printers did catch on fire. You can buy a fire extinguisher for 3D printers, or they'll sell, probably which I'll get, and just screw it to the top of my basement center. There's basically it's like a big ball, and God forbid there's flames or heat. Once it heats up, it'll activate and basically melt the container, and then it'll pop the fire retardant material out, or it's not water. I assume it's not water, but whatever's in there will, hopefully snuff out the fire. And I do have a smoke detector in here, but this printer, knock on wood, is obviously one of the better printers and has fail safes. Turn the printer off, but always want to make sure that you have you're safe and conscious, and you shouldn't really leave it printing all alone. But this has an app on your phone where you can watch the printer. There's actually a camera in this. I use on my older printer on the Sidewinder. I use a Raspberry Pi that connects up to the printer. You can control the printer using the Raspberry Pi controller, which is amazing. You can see the camera. You can start a print, send files to the printer that way. So it's really great setup on the printer, being able to control it remotely. So this, I'm not sure how, using the phone app, I guess you can do that, but it's just a really great system. It's all open source. They can remote control your 3D printer that way. So I guess the Bambu Labs has their own version of that in your phone app, where you can see the control the 3D printer and use it. So Octoprint is what I use. And Octoprint is phenomenal. So Hey, Dave C. What's up, buddy? Yeah, so if you're into 3D printing, you don't have one of these apps, like Bambu has their app. It's Octoprint. Let me put the link in the chat. If you're starting with a 3D printer, Octoprint, put the link. It's a great way to control your printer. It's just it's so cool. So that's what I can do too. So if I'm working on the printer, I can control it from home, or I've actually started prints or done things. So yeah, check out Octoprint. Yep. So Dave, hope you're having a good night. It was fun hanging out with you on the Forder nights last night. Had some good wins. Yeah. I'm gonna have to print some Fortnite stuff. I don't think Dad makes here, but I did print some peelies for him that I had to paint. But now I could, with this 4-color, I could put yellow and black in, and white, and maybe red, and then print the peely, and it would come out already with all the colors done. Which is very cool. Let's see here. All right, so I'm installing Bambu Lab on my desktop computer. Let's see here. Downloads here. Let's download that. And this, I don't think, there's no graphics card on this computer, but I don't think it's too intensive to slice from this Bambu Lab. And it'll connect through. There's no, you have to have Wi-Fi, I guess, if you want to use this printer remotely. There is an SD card slot or USB slot, I believe, on one part of the printer. Let's see. Here we're at 60%, still doing the calibration. Motor noise calibration takes about 15 minutes. So I do like or love this, where they're really concerned about calibrating your printer. That's part of the work of 3D printing, calibrating, my Sidewinder. I'm not picking on Sidewinder. The old school printers, you can spend hours calibrating them, making sure that first layer was correct, so that you have bed adhesion, so you don't have failed prints, and I use feeler gauges, and you put it under the nozzle, and you're cranking screws, and you change one screw on one side, you change another screw on another side, and actually bought a custom build plate for my Sidewinder, so it was a CNC machine. Yes, I could have done it in my shop, but it was, sometimes it's easier to buy something. Let's see. Something wants me to restart now. Suppose I want to have to restart here. Let's see what's that. Okay. I was trying to restart there. Sorry. Can't see I'm installing it on my laptop, so on my desktop here. I could put it on my desktop too. But on my laptop too. But, so you'd spend hours and hours calibrating. Once you finally got it dialed in, but then you change your nozzle clogs or wears out, then you got to recalibrate the printer again. Now, typically, it didn't take as long once you had it dialed in, but so this I'm looking forward to just having print, knock on wood, print and go, which will be nice. Okay, so here, let's set this up on the computer down here, and I'm assuming that I'll be able to see the printer in multiple instances. I'm assuming that. Let's see. Oh, you can pick your machine here. Yeah, you guys can't see this, but you can obviously print. Select your printer selection. Bambu Labs. So you can tell what nozzles. I'm sure you could change this later too. Go here, clear all. I'm just going to put in the printer that I own. I need to print right now. Printers. Next. And I guess it's showing me on the Bambu filament that you can print with. But, let's see, generic. I guess you can always add that later. So next. Install Bambu network plugin. Thanks. Yeah, so this is all through Wi-Fi. Hey, Stephen Mack, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Yep. What does this one do that your old one did? Mainly speed. Now, the speed is supposed to be a lot faster than the Sidewinder. And again, I love the Sidewinder X1. They have an X4 that's out. It doesn't have the big of a print bed, so it's 256 by 256 by 256, but that's actually not the max size because of the there's some limitations where you can't do that full size with this unit because of when it's got a switch filament. There's a we joke it's it's got a discharge or a filament waste, we'll say. But the calibration that it's doing now, so it's up to almost 80% now. So this printer should be, knock on wood, set and forget it. I'm hoping. I'm sure it's going to be stuff to do. Hey, Dad Man, yeah. Just lurking a minute, headed to bed. Looks like this is a lot of fun. It's great hanging out with everyone. So hey, Dad Man's here. So you know what that means. Whenever Dad Man is here, we're going to play this.
Nice. Over that way.
God damn it, Mark! Jeez.
Hope that didn't echo through the microphone, but yeah. And since Dad Man's headed out soon, here we'll do this one too. Yeah.
Where'd they go?
Right there.
Oh, screw you!
And don't let Dad Man drive. Yeah, the Dad Man. Yep. Oh, the other most important thing too. Well, I shouldn't say most important, but one of the more important things, I can do 4 color. So there's 4 reels here. So I don't know if you can do. So you want to do 6 colors. You could change a reel in between printing. I'm gonna find that out too. But you can actually have up to 8 colors all hooked up automatically. I wonder if you could change a reel while you're printing and switch. I'm not sure if that's a possibility, but 4 colors is pretty damn good for most. Like if I wanted to print a Bart there, right? That's 4 colors there: white, red, blue, and yellow. There we go. I could print a Bart like that. Okay, calibration complete. Wow. There we go. Yep. Let's see. So now we're going to do next here. Initialization complete. Please ensure the heat bed fix, foam, and desiccant are removed before printing. Okay. So start printing. Oh, wow. That was pretty cool. Now, I don't know if they have a test print. Usually they give you like a little test print to do or something simple. So here, I guess, and I can see the settings, the printer, AMS, empty. There we go. Success on the calibration. And I guess models here. 30 days left. What's that? I'm not sure what that means. Or maybe they give you some free models. Let's see here. Bambu Labs. Yep. Boost tokens. All right. I'm not going to. I guess there must be a system in here where we can get some free models, I'm assuming. Let's see. Get it. Let's see. Okay. So, Christmas. Yeah. So I could grab the Christmas model. Maybe that Christmas tree is in there, but does it tell me how to load the film? Or here, let's go back to the instructions. Yep, maybe check out the instructions. That would help. Yep. Okay, so let me read this. Okay, we logged in the account. Follow the instructions. Do not remove the protective foam beneath the hotbed until after the initial calibration is complete. Well, I did it while it was cut. It's not harmless. Yep. I guess I want you sticking your fingers in there. Okay, so you open the lid on the top here, take out the desiccant that ships with it, and there's a couple of foam pads, but I think I already did take that out. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Lift that up. Oh, wait, no, here's the. Remove the plastic bag of desiccant. Okay, there's a sticker. Let me lift this up so you guys can see. See those little stickers? So I guess there's desiccant in there. It's a fancy, dancy way of saying it. Keep the stuff dry. So let's see. You would think that you could put desiccant in there and leave it in there. Maybe there's a lid that comes off. So here's the desiccant. I don't know. I guess you would be able to put. Oh, maybe you have to open it up. Remove the plastic bag of the desiccant before use. Oh, okay. Duh. There we go. That makes sense. Bear of little brain. Yep. So you take, obviously it ships in a plastic bag, and then you put the desiccant back in. All right. So that helps keep printer filament dry. I'm gonna. Basement has a lot of humidity, unfortunately. Alexa, cancel. It's just Alexa just started playing Christmas music, which is not so good for your live streaming. Normally, I wouldn't mind listening to it, but Fortnite has the Ninja Knight Batman skin in the shop. Ooh, I'll check that out. Okay. So I don't know how long this desiccant will last or if you change it, but it's a small little package. So I guess it's pretty well sealed in here in terms of letting humidity in. Let's see if we can close this lid. It's not, yeah, there's a magnet on there. I guess it seals pretty well. So it's pretty good, yeah, because that's one of the big problems. And as I said, when I started using a heater, filament heater that was sealed, really made a huge difference in the quality of my prints. And I had a lot of filament that was just cracking mid-print, which is the worst when you lose your filament. And God, what a pain that is. Okay, so we've got couple of reels here. Let me back this up. Yep. Oh, new firmware updated. Would you like to go to the update page? Yeah, well, let's update our firmware. Yep. Okay, update. So firmware. Next one, carb. You get a new machine. Not a surprise. And I guess the take about 10 minutes, yes, but by the time I unpack this filament, I'm sure it'll go a little bit faster than 10 minutes, but well, let's see. So let's get some film in here and start printing. Maybe we'll do that Christmas tree first. That looked like a fun print. Here's my Swiss Army knife. Get this filament out. There's always that nice sound when you put up that filament. And yeah, don't open up your filament until you're ready to use it. So, it comes sealed from the elements, and that's the number one enemy of filament is moisture. It sucks up that moisture. Always have some desiccant in it too. Show me how to load filament. Let's see. Place at least one spool of bamboo filament in the AMS. Turn on the power to start the printer in the AMS. Push the feeder tab and insert filament to the inlet. The filament will be automatically preloaded when detected. We recommend first printing a single color model with the supplied bamboo basic PLA. Press internal file, select the file to start the first print. Recommend using one of the preloaded files as the first test print. Okay, yeah, so they've got that makes sense. Yeah, they always have the test prints. So they've got a dinosaur there we can print. A little Robart. Let's see, Benchy, the classic scraper, a puzzle, and a bamboo coin. Okay, so let's angle that up a little bit so you can see me loading this up. So we're at 45% already. this up. Where's the load button? Is there power for the AMS? Is powered through the unit. Let's see. Push the feeder tab and insert. Oh, here's the feeder tab. That it's highlighted green on here. So I guess that's that button there. All right, filament comes over the top. So let's start with the green. And another thing you want to do, always make sure your filament is twisted, not twisted as you put it on. There's some tape on the end of here. Let's cut that filament. Or just stick. I don't know. I should have some pliers here. Don't be stingy. Just cut the end of the filament. It's usually easier. Yep. We're gonna put the. I've got the green. I'm gonna start with the white too. So let's put the white out. So white out. PLA Basic. I wonder if you can pick what color you want to print. I'm assuming you can. All right, so let's put the white in. It's number 1. Where's the end of the filament? There we go. Yeah, I always cut the end off too when if you're changing filament. It's not worth it when it's. I guess I probably want to take this one out. I guess you put we'll do one at a time. I guess you put the filament in here and you push this tab maybe. Always make sure filament. Would you like to go to the update page? Yes. Or maybe because I'm gotta wait for this to load. And that's one thing you can print too. A filament. Yep. See, I already crossed the filament. You can see that here. See, it's crossover in there. So that's a disaster waiting to happen. So you got to make sure your filament is uncrossed. It's very springy. So that comes with experience and all. Yeah. Don't cross the streams, don't cross the filament winding. So that's why they have these holes in here so you can put the. That's good practice to put the filament in there, or you just buy a filament lock that you can put on here. Yep. Motor noise cancellation is added to our latest firmware run. A calibration process enables. Let's do later because I think it did that. Okay, so now if I do, what's this? Temperature axis. Oh, these are the prints. We got a 3D dyno puzzle, 19 grams, an hour, 25 minutes, 27 minutes puzzle, bamboo badge, 19 minutes. Film sticking fixture, let's see. Mini tray. Phone stand. Oh, Spartan, 3 hours. Yep. Squishy, hour and 22. 8 hour vase, 8 hours. Yep. Screw gauge. No, that's cool. Yep. So probably do the bamboo badge first, I think, unless you guys really want to see something. But if we do the 19-minute one, at least we could see something come out before it gets too late. Of course, Santa Claus is not coming tonight, so we're okay. Yep. All right, so let's try to load some filament here. Okay, you can always unreel it and check, and reel it back. It's good practice. You can see it's not crossed. And where's the button to load the filament? Push down. Let's see. What's up? Let's see. Turn the power button to start the printer. Push the feeder tab and insert filament into the inlet. Well, I'm pretty it's high up, so I can't see anybody. I'm assuming. Is there a button there? Is that a button? Is there power on this? Let's see. This. I didn't see any power on there. Oh, it's lit up. Okay. So where is the button that I'm supposed to press? Oops, sorry. Kick the tripod. I do not see. I'm showing. Oh, the film will automatically preloaded one detected. Oh, the feeder tab. So push the tab. I guess there's a grab. So you push back, maybe? Yeah, you push back. Thanks. All right. I should say push back towards the filament. Yeah. Didn't explain that well in the instructions. I mean, the instructions have been pretty good. Okay, so I guess it's calibrates. And actually, this printer knows what filament is in there. If you can put generic filament in. Let's see if it shows. Does it tell me what filament? I know some of them have reads the reel. I don't know if it's Bluetooth or how it's doing it, but you can tell what the type of filament is. And yeah, that's another part of the calibration. I don't know how much more expensive Bambu filament is, but it's always nice to have the machine know all the specs on the filament. So you'd also tweak, my Sidewinder would also tweak, what was the, depending on changing the filament, you tweak the temperature sometimes. So let's see here. So you can see that. So yeah, as I said, always unravel this and say, yep, it's going nice. Yep. So we're not crossing the streams here. And once you know how to do this, it's pretty simple. So you put the filament in, but there's always a catch or a spring. So you're actually pushing back on this. If I can do this with my right hand only. If you see, if I push back, that's opening the catch. And then there it goes. See how it caught? So you can do that one-handed, yeah. So with the, an older style printer, you would, have to, put the filament in, push it through. The Sidewinder did have a nice loading feature where the Sidewinder would load the filament, and the machine would run. But you can see here, this is a really cool system. So I guess it's calibrating the filament in there. So let's get it ready to print for the first time. Yeah, so let's do those coins. I know I'd like to do that dinosaur, but want to get something that's relatively quick. And I guess this is a two-color print with the coin. And we could do a benchy too, but let's do the coins. I want to see two colors. They said to do one color first, but okay. So bed leveling, flow, time lapse, PLA, filament selection. Oh, so it's showing me 1 and 2 there, and it's going to do time lapse. He's going to use the AMS, flow calibration, time lapse. So let's do print now. I guess it knows we've got the two colors because I want two it's the green and the white. Printer's at 34C. I'm assuming that's the print head. I'm assuming it's up to 72, and then the bed is 21C. So this is all calibrated by the printer and by the print, so it knows everything. Yep. All systems are go. Yep. Warp speed ahead. I should have yelled, engage. So let's see. And I'm going to research doing that Christmas tree. And if I put put red in there, now I got to see how it works with generic filament. I'm sure it's no problem, but you got to tell it what kind of PLA or generic PLA. I've got so many different colors, but this will give me the option. I could probably put red and put like a yellow in there, and then it'll print the. Or you change the filament out too. You could do the green first, but you could do multiple prints, I guess, on the same bed too that are different colors, which would be nice. So even if you're doing just a solid color, but I could have like a red print, a green print, and a white print all those, then you can change the filament. I don't know. There must be a way to automatically change the filament on this. Or remove the filament. There's got to be I don't know if you do it on the screen. So let's see what it's still heating up. It's calibrating right now. So I guess it's going to lower the bed down and print on the bottom, or is it going to print from the top down? I'm not sure how this works. Yep, but all systems are go. Thunderbirds are go. And thanks everyone for hanging out with me tonight doing this. Appreciate it. All right, so 0% is printed. And I'm leaving that cover up on the AMS just so we can flip up to you can see it print. There's no heat up there per se, so here we go. Okay, so I don't know how well you can see that. Let me get the light. The glare is always a problem. Let's see if I get I'll just hold that manually. That's one thing. It would be cool if it had a light inside. I mean, it's not designed for YouTube, but so I guess it's going to print with the white first. Oh, and there was a crossover. Shoot, on the white. I thought I'd caught that, but let's see if I. 22%. That's pretty fast for 20. I think I have a crossover on the white filament. Yeah. I might be able to undo it enough so I'm okay. That's what happens. You take the filament out and it's been sitting. It's like a spring on there, and it, boom. Let's see if I go. Okay, so it's 25%. I don't know if this is just the calibration aspect. It's on the way back. The head's way back there. So I don't know if this is typical of starting a print, or this is just because of the first time. Maybe once you've used this filament, it's calibrated for that filament. Now it's starting. Really tough to see that coin back there. I'm going to lower this a little bit. Get really close there. Actually, let me open the door. So I don't know, heat-wise, this is a short print, so now it gets rid of the glare. So let me. It's not too cold in the basement right now, so hopefully you guys can see that better. Yep. So it doesn't look like it's done anything on the bed yet. It's already saying 25% done. Looks like it's still calibrating. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Oh, glad you can see that. Yep. So it looks, it's still not printing. I think this is still calibrating. Like I said, I don't know if this is, first time print or it does this every time. I'm assuming it doesn't. Maybe just the first time it uses the filament, but I'll let you know. Yep. Let's see if I hold that blade up right. Yeah, see, it's going on each point on the printer, it's vibrating there, and then calibrating. So even actually if you move the printer, it's probably not a good idea either, although I'd like to push this further back so I have more room on the table. But I guess I could rerun that calibration again, too, which is probably not a bad idea if you do end up moving something. Let's see if I can straight up. There we go. Yeah, so it's just going through the calibration right now. Yeah, auto bed level. Okay. So it's showing that on the top there, yeah, on the screen. Done much printing of your models? Yeah, I've done a lot of, nothing that I've done some real simple things that I've printed, but mostly just printing files I find on the interweb or purchased. But what I'm planning to do with this too, Stephen, is use this for work and print some of my dad's. We make tools for electricians, and there's one tool that was discontinued, and we don't have the molds anymore. And it was a limited run. It didn't sell that well, honestly, but it's a really cool stripper. And what I want to do is use some of the carbon reinforced material on this printer, and so be able to print on this machine and actually print and sell some of them. So that's the work justification. And then also have fun printing. I've also got a resin printer, which is probably better for is always better for more detail. But I printed this Judge Dredd, and that's on an FDM printer. That's pretty damn good. So you can get some pretty good quality. It's not resin, so that's on my Sidewinder. That's pretty darn good. So these printers keep getting better and better. And you just go to thingiverse.com or Bambu Labs, and you can see their website, all the different things you can print. And let me show the Christmas one. That's pretty cool. The Christmas tree. Let me call that up. Let's see if I go to Bambu. BAMBU. Not Bamboo Nightclub, Bambu Lab. Let's log in. Yeah, so if you go to Bambu, let's see, let me log into my account. Okay, logging in. Yeah, the first time you set something up, it's always all that stuff you got to do. But, so let's go to Maker. It's Maker World. So let me put that link in the chat. So there's all these things on. I don't know if everything is free on Maker World. Maybe there's some models that you do have to purchase. Let me put this link in. Thank you, Stephen. Yep. Yeah, this printer is on sale right now for a little bit off. Yep. There we go. So we get, there we go. It's starting to print. Success. Look at that first layer, man. It's coming down nice. Yeah. So I just got to watch because I did cross the streams on that filament. Getting too excited to print. There's Maker World, so I'm gonna switch to Maker World real quick just to show you guys that. So we do present, share screen, Chrome tab. Here we go, Maker World. Don't share the audio. So here's Maker World. I'll just show this for a second, and then we'll go back to the print. But they did have Christmas. If you click Christmas here. Oh, look at that giant brick tree you can print. Oh, wow. Wowzers. Where's that Christmas tree you can print? There was a spinning, like there's a locking box, gift puzzle for hat, cash. That'd be like a fun little stocking stuffer to print. Look at these Christmas tree hangers. Yep. Toothless dragon. Let's see if I do Christmas tree. Yep. Let's go full screen here. Where was that little tree that they had? I had it saved. Yep. But anyway, you guys get the idea. There's all these prints that you look at the Grinch hand. Like some of these are Christmas tree stand. So I'm going to stop sharing now. But yeah, just go over there and you can find an amazing amount of things to print for free, and some of them are not for free. But yeah, it's just great stuff. Oh, I have to log in. Let's see if I log in. I can see what I've saved. So there's the coin going. So I guess it did base layer of white there. Oh, let me make that full screen again. There we go. So I guess it starts with the bed table up and it goes down. I guess that makes sense, right? Yeah, so the print head is up top, obviously. Yeah, the print head, like I said, doesn't that only moves X and Y, and the table goes up and down. So obviously, yeah, so it's got a print at the top. Yep. So hopefully I'm enabling somebody to get a 3D printer. But so here we go. Here's the dancing Christmas tree. Yep. So I'll show this in a second. Wow, look how fast that's moving. That's flying compared to my old 3D printer. I mean, that's obnoxiously fast. That's the other thing that's going to be a big increase. This is showing ETA. Let me see if I tap the screen here. So I'm at 50%. It doesn't show. There should be an ETA. Unable to record time-lapse photography without micro SD card inserted. Oh, I need to get a micro SD. Well, I do have a micro SD card. That's a bummer. The first print not recorded. That's okay. So I'll ignore that. So I guess, where does the micro SD card go? Let's go back. Let me unwind this. Oh my God, that is flying. It's my old 3D printer. It's about I'm just guessing, about 4 or 5 times faster, maybe more. I mean, that's ridiculously fast and precise. And it's gorgeous. Yeah. I haven't read how to take out the filament. I guess I should keep reading it. Yeah, so you can print a benchy, slice your model. Yeah, so this is a slicer here. Yep. Bambu Labs slicer, and I do use, I've used the Curve slicer for years. I'm pretty good at that. So I don't know I guess Bambu Labs has, the color changes built in. God, this is so fast. So I can only imagine in 20 years how much better these printers will be, or how much faster. Everything keeps improving. Core XY they can print a lot faster. This machine is pretty. There's some shake on this. I'm feeling this. I did order anti-vibration feet, but I guess the machine is calibrated so it knows how much it's going to vibrate. Because at high speed, you get, the change in direction. As I put my hand here, you can feel you can see it probably with a little camera. The machine is moving, and this table is pretty damn stable table. This is a heavy drafting table. I mean, that is just flying. Now, I didn't. These are the standard. This is settings built in. You usually you can tweak your prints. And I always got into trouble too. Whenever I tweak the prints so that they go faster. So sometimes I just go for let's get the job done. Let's let it print successfully. And, of course, a lot of times too, you're just printing this, and walking away, and it's acknowledged it's going to take a bunch of hours to print. Okay, let's check the iPad and see what it says on the iPad here. So if it tells me devices, let's see. And of course, does it go sideways? Oh, come on. The iPad app. It's just a pain. It's I'm just gonna show, but it's vertical. So I guess if it's on your phone, it shows me here 63%, the layers, pause, resume, speed. So same thing that the screen is showing. But of course, it doesn't let me go horizontal. It's just a pain. It's not showing me the color, empty. Show me the AMS. Yep. So that's pretty nice. Now I guess does it show me the camera? Unable to record time-lapse photography, so I have to go upstairs to get a micro SD card. That's a bummer. It'll be fun to have that first print. But that's okay. Hey, Phantom, what's it making? It looks like waffles. Yeah, let's go to Waffle House now. It's late night food. Food King, road trip. It's a Bambu Lab coin. But what I'm going to do is print. There's some really cool Starfleet coins someone had posted. So I'm going to print a few of those. Those look really cool. And they had coasters too. They have coins and they also have coasters. And the nice thing with the multicolor is I don't have to paint it. I mean, I don't mind painting things, but then you're instantly done, especially for something like that where it's a coaster. And that's, I guess, the filament purge there in the back. And this is a purge here, too. So it's purging or calibration here. So this, there's always waste when you print. And I guess it dumps, when it changes color, it's got the filament change, it's going to dump filament out the back. Oh, there's a light in here. Okay, there's an LED light on the side there. Okay. So, of course, I've got this light blasting in there. So there's an LED light on one side. Not that bright. I wonder if I could turn it up. But probably good enough for the camera to work. But, yeah, that's the purge. I don't know why it's purging if it's just one color. It should only purge when it does another color. Yeah, waffles would be good right now. Love me some waffles. And I guess, too, if I kept this closed, the idea is it heats up and it keeps the filament in a nice warm temperature. I did cross this a bit. Unravel it a little bit. If it gets too much friction, it's going to stop printing. So manually I can unravel this. I have to take that out and fix that. So the green is just going to be that little Bambu Labs on the top there. You can see that. The edge of the coin, I guess. Yeah. So we're almost done. 20% done. Right? I just want to see that first filament change. And of course, I'm recording this on YouTube, so I do have a video of the first print. Duh. Okay, is that changing the filament? Let's see. I'm guessing that's the filament purge. It's dumping. Okay, so it's retracting some of the filament out. So what happens when you change colors too? You've got to purge filament, so you do get filament waste there, where you're losing filament. Okay, so here comes the green. There's the green going in. So it's got and you can see I can see the tube sticking out the back where the filament the color change too. All right. What is the term for putting in the printer what your design will be? Program. Well, actually, you'd use Fusion 360, a CAD system, Tinkercad. There's a lot of free programs out there. SolidWorks or Blender's free programs. So you would design your program or your object in CAD, and then you take your finished 3D design, however whatever program you use, into a slicer. Typically, is an STL file or another compatible file from your 3D program, and then you put that in your slicer. And what you do, you slice each layer. So, as we were saying, this looks like a waffle, but it prints one layer at a time. So it's got all the coordinates of where the head's going to move, positioning. There we go. Some green. Green is good. So now it's purging the green. So that's all printer waste there. That's one of the complaints. You waste some PLA, but it's a necessary evil. And there's green going down. All right. So it knows where all the coordinates. So you put that in the slicer, and in the slicer, you can control how fast it goes, the changes, the supports. Now, this is a very simple print, and then you export the G code, which is all the numerical code. It's actually a text. It's a text file you can read with all the coordinates and the G codes on the printer. What to do, where to move, what temperatures to go at. But it's a text. It's a text program, and you can edit the text, or if uber genius, you could write do the G code just as a text file. But yeah, everyone uses a slicer, and then there's different parameters you want to use: layer height, speeds, temperatures. There's all kinds of tricks and putting supports in, and the more you use the slicer, the better you get. It's something like this is a coin. It's super simple, but they've also made the slicer so that you can have variable layer heights, which is nice. So, or a section where the printer doesn't need to be as accurate, it's okay. You can have a thicker layer height. So let's see here. Let's go up. Yeah, so you can see that kind of a lot of glare there. That's from the light up above. There we go. So you can see, yep, almost 97%. So I'm printing money. No, I'm not printing money. Bambu Labs coins. Yep. Not legal tender anywhere. Okay. So I guess what I've heard with the new printer is going to have 2 print heads, so it might have less purging if it had 2 colors loaded. It looks like and it retracts. Now it retracts. Let me show you that. It retracts quite a bit out of the printer. Yep. The AMS. Okay, so the lights went off. Let's see, 98%. I'm gonna say clear here. So it's lowering it down, so I don't have to reach all the way down to grab that. Okay, so it goes to the middle there. Pretty cool. So there's the first print successfully done. Yep. All right. So then this is comes out. It's magnetic. Pull that out. I should back up the camera. The phone here. A little hot. Not too bad. Warm you up. Cold day. So let's see. So that's the. Let me close this. So There's our coin. So yeah, that looks pretty darn good. Let's see. There's a corner missing in the B here. You guys can see it. And I don't know if that's by design or if it's that's I'll have to look if that's the Bambu Labs logo. I can't imagine the printer would screw up. So look how accurate that is there. So that's the purge. So what you do with this flexible build plate, you just bend it. Show that. See, bend that sucker, and then it'll pop right off. Yep. Oh, now I'm rich. Look at that. Got a Bambu Lab coin. So I guess there we go. Get that one off. You can use hairspray too to on the bed or clean the bed. If the bed is obviously greasy or oily, it's no bueno. There's the waste, I guess, that printer purge waste that they talk about. And then, of course, you've got your calibration lines here. But yeah, well, that was beautiful. So you can tell the quality of your print by your calibration lines, too. Yep. Oh, that's correct. Part of the logo. Thank you. Yeah, I assumed it was like, thank you. That can't be. Yeah, look here. My eyes are uber bad. I have my glasses on so I can see close up. Yep, that's obviously the logo. Thank you, Stephen. Yep. Let's put this back in. Complete. Did you encounter any problems? Oh, that's nice. No. Spaghetti. No, I guess you can check that if you had any. Let me show that on here. But let me put the camera. It's tough when you got the light and the camera in the way. So let me put the bed back in here. I guess it doesn't line up. There's some tabs maybe that it's magnetic. So go to the back here. So that's not lined up. I don't have that lined up. Oh, does it go over the top there? Okay, so it goes over the top on the left. And then I wrote, God, that's a strong magnet. Now, if it's not, I found this if you're off a little bit, it's not the end of the world. It's gonna print okay, but yeah. So this is gonna go back. Let's line that up. Yeah, if you're printing in the middle, it doesn't matter if you're off. But wow, that's a strong magnet there. So yeah, so that tab, you probably can't see it, but you over that tab and it hits that tab. Okay, so it shows you here. Did you encounter any problems? So I guess I would send that to Bambu Labs. So let's do close. And there we go. All right. So first print done. So I got to get a memory card. And let me try printing that Christmas tree. But first I've got to, it's actually the fans. I mean, you can't hear that over the internet probably, but wow. It's not loud, but when you close the door, there's a noticeable change in that volume. Well, let's see. How do I change can I just take the filament out? Oh, wow, look, you can the filament's loose in here. So I can just pull the filament out without doing anything. Yep. So see how I'd screwed up? See how I crossed the stream there? So I want to make sure I've got that before I try to print something else, before I print that tree. Let's unravel that. Pretty common beginner to expert error, I'm going to say. So let's say, usually what I do is I think I've got it unscrewed. So just keep unraveling it. Yep. So see that part where it's crossed over? That was me not being careful when I first took this out of the spool. So that's not me. And if this had, say, been printing overnight or something, I was here manually doing it. Right. And now, there's another crossover there. I crossed over a bunch of times. Well, that's a good example of where things can go wrong 3D printing. So there's another crossover there. I believe. Let's check. Is that okay? Well, you can just keep unraveling this sucker and then reel it back in. Yep. So that looks like it's on the edge here, so I want to make sure it comes back to the metal. Yeah, we're good. All right, so let's reel that back. Of course, it's not going to go back. It's nice and neat. And you usually have when you reel it in, you go left to right, kind of like a hose or a fishing rod, so it puts it in even. We're okay there. That's a very common problem that happens. And that's why I usually have a print stuff. I should call it. It's like a tab or a clip that you can put on the filament. When you take the filament out, you got to be careful. Oh, see, yep. See how that snapped? Son of a beehive. Just that little snap. Over the top and cross. Just out of luck. I slipped. It sprung back, so let's get this in here and push back. I mean, that's nice when you get that filament in there. It does it automatically. Super nice, yep. Oh, yep, see, it's crossed. It's crossed, yep. So just take it out. Oop. I'm going to wait, I guess, till it should be no filament, let's see here. Or you can press the load button, yep. Press load or unload button. So there's an unload button here. Well, I guess it's on. If I just do this, I can unload it. There we go. Okay, so if you put this in, I wonder if you do. Do you need to? I guess there's a load button too. But let's see. Hey, JT Kirk. Thank you. Yep. It's never the same. Like recoiling toilet paper back on the roll. LOL. Yep. Yeah, I got Prince of Enterprises. Yep. All right, yeah, so it's showing on the screen here too. Sorry about that. You can see that there's your PLA, empty. And then I could load, maybe I'll grab a red to put in there. I'll do that Christmas tree in another color. So, all right, well, I think we've been on for 2.5 hours, so that's pretty good. So we got this printer. We got our first Bambu Labs coins here, so I can go spend these tomorrow. I wonder if you glue those together, you have a double-sided. I guess you glue them together, and you have a double-sided coin like that. Probably that's what you want to do with that, I'm guessing. But yeah, nice first print. You can see how. Look at the quality of the base there, and pretty well. Quite a lot of detail. That's precision. Yeah, and doing that color. Wow, that's nice having two colors. That's amazing. So, but all right. So what I'm going to do is set up that Christmas tree print, and I get a memory stick in there, memory card, and yeah, I could post that as a first print time lapse, which would be fun. But thank you for everyone who was hanging out with us tonight. It made this a lot easier and a lot more fun to do. So hail to JT Kirk, Brian Hepburn, Stephen Mack, Dave C, Phantom. And let's see who else was in here with us. Dadman popped in to say hi. Buddy Hepburn was here. Claude was here. Six was here. Weeby Printing was here. So thank you, Weeby Printing. Tim was here. yeah, hail to We Be Printing. So I got to check out their channel, see if they've got some cool videos. It was nice to see someone new here too. So I'm going to put the overlay up and say goodnight and wish everyone a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and have a great rest of the weekend. We'll see you on Sunday Night Geekery tomorrow night, and hopefully I'll have a print to show you guys tomorrow, and something cool to show. So let me put that overlay up here if I can find it. My tiny little laptop here. There we go. All right, so that's been the Bambu Labs X1C carbon, C for carbon, with the AMS. So yeah, pretty happy with this printer so far. It's got a lot of capabilities. I'm going to explore the next few days, weeks, months, and years. But so everyone have a great rest of the weekend. Thank you for hanging out, and really appreciate it. Yep. Thank you, Steve. Yep, nice machine. Yeah, it's for work. It's just for work. Yep. No, but yeah, it is a nice machine, and yeah, size wise, it's not not for printing massive stuff, but for detailed stuff and ease of printing. That's a nice thing. And the multicolor. This is going to be a great printer to have. So everyone have a great rest of your holiday weekend. Yeah, work and play. Yep. And we'll catch you on Sunday Night Geekery. So take care, everyone, and have a safe, healthy holiday.
Fun storming the castle.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Still here? It's over. Go home.